Well, that's really inspirational. So you've turned this dark energy situation into this productive, positive thing. When did you start the YouTube channel?
2 years ago now.
Well, congratulations. It took me 5 years to get 2,000 subs.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I've loved it. It's like I finally found the thing, the place that I truly love. Like I enjoy doing this. I love it. And that's really hard to say in everything else that I did in my life. It's like I was in business, but I never had a passion for it like I've done this. And it feels great. And then to meet the people, to talk to the subscribers who are now friends in the community, it's just a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I feel blessed that YouTube has provided this career opportunity, definitely. So
Absolutely.
what put Harry and Meghan first on your radar?
You know what it was? It was because I didn't pay attention to them early in the beginning. It's when they started to, how I viewed it, attack the monarchy. Now, my grandmother was in Auschwitz. She worked with the Greek and British underground during World War II to hide British soldiers and then for them to get intelligence. So we were raised to always respect and honor the monarchy. So I had been watching Queen Elizabeth since I was a child. And when I saw the contradicting news coming out, you know, the way the Megans would say one thing and do another, I took offense to that. What triggered it for me, to use that word, can't stand using it, but to use that word, is when they came here to the States, right? And I started to see how their impact was on the people. And I'm like, you know, they really do represent in many ways everything that is wrong with a certain cultural mindset, the woke mind virus, the me, nothing matters, this postmodern philosophy of you can flip-flop every single day. Today, if I believe X is right, then I can do whatever it takes. This justifies, you know, almost like this the ends justify the means mentality. And I didn't like that, but it was mostly their attack on their family. Every family has problems. Everyone does. But you don't air dirty laundry. And then to make up dirty laundry, I'm like, there's no way. And especially to do it against the crown and to the family when their policy is not to speak out. It's like you're trying to, not that the royal family are kids, not at all, but it's like trying to hit a kid because the kid can't fight back, but they've done it by their own restrictions, their own rules. I don't like anything that you might say is an uneven match or is unfair. So I believe that they needed a voice because they choose not to do it because they take the higher ground. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Someone needs to take these people down a peg because I look at them as nothing but look at me leeches. I mean, what else are they? You have two people, a hungry ego alert and then a vanity vandal. Do they offer something except for attacking their family? No.
Do you think they're equal partners in media manipulation, or do you think that she is more dominant as perhaps taking advantage of him in some ways?
I do, but I'll put this caveat. I think she was how would I put it? The Delilah to his Samson in a way, but I don't view him as pure as Samson in that regards. I think he had a grudge. Again, this is my opinion. He had a grudge against his family, an anger against his brother, an envy for the position that he was born in, someone who would never be king. And he found a soulmate to match his hate. It's like, okay, I need a murder weapon to attack my family. And boom, here it is.
And have you looked at the root cause of that then as possibly being the death of his mother?
I have. And I know a lot of people mention that. And they're like, well, you know, we feel really sorry for him. But he's also a grown man. Like I said, 7 years old, I was beaten every day, almost for a year, until I put a stop to it. It's like before my family rescued it, I put an end to it. But that's a very long story. I can do that another time. But you have to hit a point where either you can have a negative event impact your life. Now, I understand when you lose a mother, it's like the Greeks will say, when you lose a father, it's tragic, it's sad. But when you lose a mother, you're an orphan. So I understand that he had that great pain. I get that. I empathize with that. But he has let that define his life and allowed someone else to manipulate that to define their lives. It's like, what has Harry done? In Spare, how many times does he bring up Princess Diana? It's over and over and over. And it's not anymore like a child who's like, oh, I miss my mom. I miss my mom. It's in a very, for lack of better words, in a sick manner. And the way he tries, in the way that Meghan has tried to play up to that, or masquerade as this shadow visage of her. It's, no, I don't think, I think it was time to grow up. Yes, you love your mom. That's a beautiful and brilliant thing. But you've let it define you to the point where it's twisted you.
George, did you just admit to reading one of the most returned books of 2023?
Yes, I read it twice. I read it twice because I always like to get, every fact right. I mean, some of the stuff in there, I never understood why the papers didn't focus on the very fact that, when he was talking about when he was in the military and how he had called in that mock airstrike against his father, and that the jet had gotten so low that it had either smashed the window or cracked the Audi window of Prince Charles at the time, now King Charles. Could you imagine that if anybody else had done that? Tell me they wouldn't be like in the Tower of London. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, predating Meghan, he shows his animosity in the book, which is, again, I think one of the reasons, once the curiosity died down, you had people reading this and then comparing that to his interviews and like, dude, what's up with you? You really despise your family. I mean, talking about in his past, looking at interviews or his lawsuits, the lawsuit where he was saying that his phone was hacked. That's a horrible thing. But when you had the court say, well, some of these stories that you're saying were hacked, you actually gave interviews to them 6 months previous to your allegations, a year to 2. And in one of them I found where he was actually complaining about the number of sausages that Prince William got when they were kids. He got 2 and I got 1. I'm like, come on. Come on.
Wow. So what is your understanding of how they met then? There's all this yacht girl stuff, and there's the, media manipulation and the official narrative. Is there any truth in that, any of this?
The yacht girl stuff, I don't know. Like, I try to really stick with all the research. I try to just stick with every fact that I can prove. What I have found so far is a very slick pattern from her. She, in my opinion, put herself in a position to meet all the right people. Remember, she put herself on the outside of the British royal family with Princess Eugenie and slowly worked her way upwards. It's like everyone was part of this spider web, part of this puzzle. It's like, how do I get to the center? And that's obviously contrived. It's something that she planned. It's something that was strategic. Because you're telling me all these coincidences happen? I don't buy that.
Because weren't they supposedly messaging each other on, was it Instagram or something?
Yes, Instagram.
And then it went on to meeting, was it at the Soho Club?
Soho Club, which of course there are a lot of rumors about that. I try never to focus in my videos on rumors. Because again, rumors can't prove it. It's people's opinions or things they've heard that have been unconfirmed. I try to focus on things that I can confirm, facts. It's like I'd get questions. Why do you think the OB-GYN took off all of a sudden and retired? I don't know. There's not enough research to find out why. Did she get ill and didn't want to share with the public? Was it something to do with Meghan? All of these are possibilities. But until there's more groundwork, until there's more foundation to pull the facts from, I typically don't like to speculate.
So they were then dating, and how do you think he fell for her so hard and fast?
Again, I think he knew he found a soulmate to hate his family. I could just imagine how it would go. Based on the way that she has treated her father, okay, I think she probably had something, great to meet you, all this stuff. Don't we have this little chemistry? Gets him to open up a little bit about his family. Then she mirrors him back and starts saying, well, I have these issues. And he's like, oh, really? So you have the same issues that I have? And I think she started to feed into that.